This is the site of the Sham battle between the Pennacook and the colonists. If you remember that story from our Dover history, the Pennacook had once Native Americans, Algonquins, who had come up from Massachusetts because there had been wars with the colonists there. And the militia followed them up and wanted to capture them. And Major Waldron was afraid that some of the Pennacook would be hurt if that happened. So he invited the Pennacook to a sham battle at this site. And maybe you recognize the building behind us. And we're on the river. And so at that point it was a field, and he told them that they could shoot the cannons. Well, when they arrived, the militia and the colonists' militia here surrounded them and captured the ones who had come up from Massachusetts. Those were taken back to Massachusetts. Some of them were hung and therefore executed, and then others of them became slaves. So some of those slaves, about 11 years later, escaped, came up to New Hampshire, met with the Pennacook, started getting the Pennacook so that they were angry at the colonists, which they were a little angry with Major Waldron anyway because he would cheat them at his store. And that was, the result of that was the Cocheco Massacre. And you remember that, when many of the garrisons were burned and many of the colonists were killed or taken to slaves to Quebec.